Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a singles new love reading for my dearest Leos. Leo, we're going to take a look at who's coming towards you in love, and we're going to take a look at what this person is like, how they're viewing you, what the relationship's going to be like, hopefully how you'll meet. We'll get as many details as possible. If these messages do resonate, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I have those links down below. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles here. Some of you might meet this person through work or through someplace you like to go back to or you frequent often. So for example, the gym, school, work, out to the dog park, your favorite place to have a drink, get a bite to eat, things like that. All right, I do see this person as hardworking. This is somebody who's definitely got your back, okay? And we see the Ten of Wands. This person may actually work quite a lot. You know, when you meet them, they may have a lot of responsibilities. They might be burning the candle at both ends. They might be a little bit overwhelmed here with work when you meet this person, or just, you know, other responsibilities outside of work. How they're viewing you, the Ace of Wands. So this is definitely a very sexually charged card. So there's going to be a lot of passion, a lot of attraction. And the relationship, we see the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So one of you could have, one or both of you could have water in your chart, but I see it being a very loving relationship. I see it being a very, you know, ride or die relationship. Like this person really has your back. And of course, my lovely Leos out there, when you are in love or you're dedicated, you will have their back as well. So we see the World card, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius energy. So your person might be exotic, or they, you know, they could be foreign, or they could just be from a different background than you. Some of you, you might meet this person like right when they're about to close out a cycle. So that could be, for a lot of you, I feel like they're like finishing up a contract, or they're working two jobs and they're about to, you know, get rid of one of them, or they've just bought a house and they're finishing up, you know, moving in and things like that. But it feels like you meet them when they're just about ready to start something new, or on the verge of a big change in their life. I feel this is somebody who really enjoys like good food, good wine. You know, this is somebody, I get really strong Taurus energy off of this card. So again, maybe they're a Taurus or they have Taurus placements. But you know, they like nice things. They like to be comfortable. They're going to like spending quality time with you. All right, and we see the Queen of Wands. So this person could have fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, or Sag. This is somebody who's powerful. They're passionate. They're sexy. They get a lot of attention. This is somebody who's bold and fiery. They're creative. Some of you, they even have their own business. All right, and we see the Four of Pentacles. They definitely have stability. But with you, this person, Leo, they're not going to hold back. They're going to be open. They're going to be honest with you. And at the bottom of the deck, we see the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you, this person may, you know, you could meet them while they're going through a divorce, but I do feel like they're, you know, very legally separated if that's the case. And for others of you, this person may be somebody who has been married and divorced, but I do feel like they're single. I do feel like they, you know, they have a lot to offer here, Leo. I think you're going to find them to be very sexy, very attractive, a very healthy energy. All right, and let's see. We see that, yeah, this person is definitely single. They're very independent. They have a strong sense of self and self-reliance. Okay. They may have even been single for quite some time. All right, we do see your ex, but, you know, for some of you, maybe for one of you out there, that's the case. But I don't think so. There could be a connection to your ex. Like this person might remind you of them, you know, your ex's good qualities. Or maybe they know your ex, okay, in some capacity. All right, and we see Cancer energy, okay, so, or, you know, you could also know this person's ex. So this person may be a Cancer. They're sensitive, creative, loving, nurturing. And at the bottom of the deck, we see Mama's Boy, but, you know, my readings are not meant to be gender specific. So this is somebody who has a close-knit relationship with their mother. So they could be best friends. They could be a caregiver for their mom. They may Be very sweet and caring towards mom, maybe takes mom out once a week or once a month for, they have lunch together or something like that, or, things like that. And for some of you, this person may have a child from a previous relationship. And if that's the case, most likely a son, okay? But that's not going to be for all of you. Now we see the Ten of Wands. This person has a lot of responsibilities, and I do think you're meeting them when they're kind of trying to close that up, wrap those up, okay? Some of you you're going to meet online, or this connection is going to be online for a period of time. Okay, this person is an awesome cook, so cooking for you, Leo, may be their love language, or you two are going to be cooking together, throw dinner parties as a couple, invite friends over, and we see getting in touch. So for some of you, they're going to get your details, and it may take a few days, or may take some time for them to reach out to you after that first date or after they first get your details. We also see this unusual name, so they could have a modern name or they could have a more ethnic name here. All right, let's see how else my Leos will be able to identify this person. How else will my Leos be able to identify this person, please? Okay, so they make something valuable with their own hands. So again, they may have their own business. Maybe they read tarot. This person might be somebody who's really good with makeup, or they might be really good with tools, fixing things, decorating, gardening. All right, so somebody here who's really good with their hands. Maybe they make jewelry. Okay, they may also give really good massages. This person may have a tendency to be forgetful or late, especially if they're kind of burning the candle at both ends here. They may have an imperfection in their speech. Now that can really be anything. It could be anything from like a small lisp to, if they speak another language, or the language you speak with them is not their native language. They may have an imperfection in the way they say things. All right, and this person may go by a nickname. Okay. All right, and let's see, anything else we need to know? Anything else we need to know about this person? All right, so they may have a career on social media or having to do with social media. They could be an entrepreneur, which I was getting. It could be their side hustle. It could be something they're trying to make their day job, basically. So that TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, so social media, very important to this person or their career. Graphic designer or computer tech here. Okay, so somebody definitely very creative here. All right, this person may be a little bit guarded at first when you meet them, so they're cautious. They may take their time. That may be due to heartbreak in the past, or it just might be the type of person they are. And for some of you, this person does have a beard and a mustache, a full beard, or have a goatee, or be manicured. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we do see that this person may have children, so we do get double confirmation of that. If they don't have children, this may be someone who wants to have children. Now, Leo, this person is seeing you as the Ace of Wands, so they're very physically attracted to you. For a lot of you, I feel like it is somebody brand new, like it's not an ex. But again, they could have an ex around them, you know their ex, or your ex is around you, or they know your ex. All right, and we see the Knight of Swords. So some of you have air in your chart. For some of you, this person may spend some time checking you out, before you are aware that they're into you or that they like you, because I can see this person being someone who really likes to do their research before they get involved. I feel like this person may be a little bit worried that you're not going to want to go forward with them, maybe because of that ex energy for some of you, maybe because they have children for some of you. And for others of you, they might be a little bit confused by your situation, if you're available, if you're interested, because I feel like this person is seeing you before they're actually talking to you or taking time getting to know you. All right, and we see the Page of Swords, yeah, but this person definitely sees you as somebody who's intellectual. They see you as somebody who's intelligent. They see you as somebody that wants to grow and learn, like you're curious about the world. So I do feel like that's something they really do like. And with the Page of Wands, yeah, that's Leo energy. They see you. You might be a little bit younger than this person. That's not going to be for all of you. But with the Page of Wands there, I feel like this person sees you as somebody who's adventurous and fun. They're really excited to take this leap of faith and like get to know you or to ask you out. Okay, so let's see what they really like about you. And I can see that, you're going to give this person butterflies. What do they really like about you? We see artist energy. So some of you could be artists yourself, but they just see you as somebody who's really creative, that you express a dimension of life that's just beyond the five senses. I'm also seeing there's going to be like this magic energy when you two are around each other, when you two are next to each other. Something, I want to say it's like almost palpable, right? And we see victim energy, which I like this card because it says that, they like that you stand up for yourself and that you're good to other people. You don't take advantage of other people and you don't let yourself, be taken advantage of. So they like that backbone, all right? The backbone that you have, that you'll stand up for yourself, your loved ones, what you believe in. Now, what they might not like about you, Leo, is we see losing yourself. So some of my Leos, this would probably be farther down the line, or maybe they know a little bit about your past situations, but that you may lose yourself in your partner. So Spirit's just reminding you just it's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. Okay, this person might, again, we see them being very independent, so they're going to really prioritize, like you two, occasionally not doing things together. Sometimes it's just, a guy's night. Sometimes it's just a girl's night. But then, coming back together, right? And playing games. So Leo, this person might be a little bit worried that you play games. Again, they might be a little bit confused by your energy. So there might be something here they're not trusting. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it comes from you directly. But it could be their fears and insecurities from a previous connection, or they might at some point in time early in the connection feel like, maybe you're not as serious as they are, or worried that, that you're playing games there. So, just be aware of that. But I do see with the King of Cups, this is going to be a very loving and nurturing relationship. I see it being a very creative relationship. So you two creating together, building together. But we see firm boundaries are needed now. So again, maybe this person is going to be quite boundary oriented in the beginning. Like I could see them kind of, I don't want to say that they're going to hold back on you, but this person being very independent and not wanting to get lost in the relationship or not wanting to rush things too soon. And just make sure that this connection is always in balance, right? That you're not giving too much or that they're not giving too much, that it's reciprocal. All right, and we have play hard, so make sure you find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. And we see radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. So someone here may need to release something. It definitely looks like your person needs to create a more work-life balance here. For someone here, it could be an ex. It could be many things. So just some advice there from Spirit. What else do we need to know about this connection? What else do we need to know about this connection? So we see memento, a gift from someone special. So this person may, they could be a gift giver. That could be, their love language. Maybe you are. I also sometimes read this card, Leo, as a gift from the universe. Okay. And we see love language, physical touch. So this is definitely going to be a very affectionate connection. For my Spanish speakers, muy cariñoso. Okay, and we see some of you might meet through work, a common cause connection. But if work doesn't bring you two together, this card for me is always telling me that you two are super compatible. The way you view the world, the way you view relationships, money even. We do see life partner, so there's potential for this to be a higher level of commitment. And Spirit's confirming that this may be something that comes into your life really unexpectedly. All right, let's see. Any important dates or times? Any important dates or times, please? Okay, so it could be as early as next week for some of you. And we also see that you are not meant to know. Again, it's going to be unexpected. All right, my lovely Leos, I'm leaving it here, sending you love and light. Take care.